What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dropping Wisdom with Santos podcast. And today I have a new guest. Please introduce yourself and tell us what it's going to be about today.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and today we're going to be talking about my two new books that I released, one last year and one a few weeks ago.
Okay, then we're going to talk about the first one that was released last year, Whispers of My Soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
Personal writings and poetic expressions.
Yes.
Okay, now I've got my Elton John glasses on. When I bought these glasses, I just thought they were cool, but then inside the glass cleaner cloth was Elton John. So Elton John's made glasses. So I didn't know I was wearing Elton John, so that's why I called it my Elton John glasses. Okay, so Kylie Adams, Whispers of My Soul, Personal Writings and Poetic Expressions. About the author, so I'm going to tell everybody about who you are.
Okay.
I am a dedicated student and aspiring healthcare professional with a diverse background and a passion for writing. Growing up in a military family, I developed a strong sense of discipline and adaptability from an early age. Currently, I am pursuing studies in nursing and English at Old Dominion University, with a particular interest in pediatrics alongside my academic pursuits. I hold the position of editor-in-chief at her campus ODU, a chapter of the national online magazine, Her Campus, which is aimed at empowering and engaging college women. My commitment to my family and community is hopefully evident in my work and future aspirations.
Yes.
Wow. Did you come up with all those words yourself?
Yeah.
Holy moly, I wouldn't be able to say that. I just want to do this. That's just how I am. That's it. So this book is dedicated to my family, my best friends, professors, and others I've met along the way. Thank you for providing me with different perspectives of life. There's a bit of you in every piece. That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how many pages is this book?
So I believe it's 32 pages.
How many poems?
Oh my goodness. Over a course of 2 years, there's probably about, I want to say maybe 10-ish poems or so.
10, 12, 14,
Oh.
16. Okay, there's two sections, poetic
Yes.
expressions, and the other section is personal stories. Those
Yes.
personal stories are also in poem?
So actually, no, they're written more in like a formal writing, and it's basically things I've been through that I think is really prevalent to not only women but college students and just younger people in general. I have some more heartfelt. That's more me in the personal.
Okay,
writings.
so those are your own personal short story about yourself.
Yes, exactly.
And then section 1 is about 10 poems, your poetic expressions.
Right. Yes.
Okay, I got you. So I'm looking through here. There's no pictures.
No,
So
no pictures.
That's unfortunate. I like pictures in books, so I can look like I'm reading a lot, but most of the pages are in pictures. So. Okay, so you have 10 poems, and then you have 6 stories, personal stories. Okay, this came out last year, and where else can you buy this book?
You can buy it on Amazon.
Where else? Anywhere else?
Nope, nowhere else. It's also published through KDP, which is an Amazon published company.
Okay, tell me the steps. How do you get a book to published? How often or how long did it take you for them to like reach out to you or say, hey, I like your book, let's do this? Or tell me about the steps.
So I actually started writing that specific book once I graduated high school. I was going through a lot, dealing with my grandmother passing away, and I was staying in Virginia. My family was moving to New Jersey, and I was going through relationship issues and things like that. So everything was very new to me. Everything was very raw, especially at 19. It was probably more serious than what it should have been. So I started writing that, and last year, so it would have hit about 2 years after I finished it, I just was like, I'm going to put it together. I'm going to make a book, and if no one buys it, it is what it is, but I just would like to have something under my belt that says it. So I looked up different publishers. I looked up how I could publish it, things like that, and eventually I came across Amazon KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing, and basically you publish it yourself. So what I did was I had a format, and for those of you who don't know, Canva is probably the best format I have used with both my books. And after I wrote everything and I added it into this format that I made. So then I went into KDP, I made an account and everything, and you have 3 options. So you have Kindle, you have paperback, and you have hardcover. And with this one specifically, since it was smaller, I did a paperback. So what I did was I would upload the format for just the book itself, and then I had to make a cover, and then I would upload the cover. And then I got an okay to like see like if anything was out of margin or if there was any editorial errors, things like that. So once that was finished, then I could schedule an upload. Once I would schedule the upload or publish or whatever, I would then get an email saying, okay, we'll contact you in 2 to 3 business days, whatever, when your book is published and you get an okay. And I got an okay.
Okay, because they would review it, make sure nothing's like too rated R or illegal to talk about or something like that?
Yes, so they mostly, you have to, within the publishing, you do have to say like the age group of your books. So both my books, I believe, is about 15 or 16 to 18 plus. And then what you have to do is you have to go through categories. So you have to select 3 main categories for your books. So for the first one, there was like poetry, art, self-help, things like that. And so you could also find them in the categories if you search that on Amazon as well. But personally, I think it's easier to just search the book name. And then after that, you would have to then go into the formats and things like that. So.
Okay, so you did that, and I know your grandmother. I knew your grandmother. Talking about that, how's your grandfather? How's my man? How's Papa Smurf?
He's good. He unfortunately actually, and it's in that book. He had an ocular stroke, which left him blind in his left eye. So my freshman year of college, I really focused on making sure I was there for him and I was helping him. I took him to like doctors and things like that. And now he's good. Like he's still working. He's about to turn 75 in 3 weeks. And
and what's his birthday?
September 14th.
Okay.
Yes. So well, I guess more of a month, but he's doing very well, and yeah,
that's
just
good.
Living life.
That's good. That's my man, Papa Smurf.
Yeah.
Okay, now talking about this book, who drew this?
So actually, Canva, what I was talking about, is a generated photo. So it's not AI, but basically what I did was I added a bunch of different photos that I felt like could reach to someone. So when it comes to the hands, it's the poetic expressions and everything like that is basically where it comes in. It's bringing people together, and I feel like personal writings and poetic expressions is something that you can interpret for yourself, and you can resonate with it, or you can just feel sympathy and know like someone's going through that, and not everything will turn out for the best. So the flowers are also a symbol of like infinity and love, because in the book I do talk about self-harm and things like that, and as well as essay certain things. So that's why multiple.
Okay, and I believe that book, Whispers of My Soul, was like I want to say like $13 on Amazon right now.
Yes, I believe
Correct?
it's $13.50.
$13.50.
Yes.
Which is a great deal for a book.
Yes.
That's nothing wrong with that. That's a good deal. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Good. That's good. Then this year,
Yes.
it came out like a month ago.
July 5th, I believe.
July
So
5th.
yes.
Case 1926, Missing When I Lose My Love.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me read up in here. I'm going in here.
I will say the about is a little different, because from the time I wrote that book, from the time now, so I wrote that book when I was a sophomore in college, and this book is actually, I'm going into my senior year. And so things have changed a bit.
Which is normal.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I will say the about is a little different, but it still holds
Alright.
the same values.
Alright, okay, that's fine. And then what's this next story? Okay, special thanks to Ruby Winkles Ass for making a wonderful illustrated cover, which is that cover right here. Okay, that's a cool cover. So when you first look at it, this looks like it's It's case 1926. From there, I'm thinking that gives us this is a murder case.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
This book is dedicated to my grandmother, who no matter what, always believed in everything I did. Thank you for always being the voice of reason, even from the skies above. To Carol Winkles, that's March 30th, 1950 to July 1st, 2021.
Yes.
You are greatly loved and missed. Yes, she is.
Yes.
Okay, here's the cover.
Yes. My cousin is Ruby Winklesass, and she's the one who designed it.
That's my wife's name is Ruby.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No relation.
No.
So, okay, quick summary. What is this book about?
So that book is actually I've been working on since my senior year of high school.
Dang.
And I was a big theater person, and something seniors had to do if you were inducted in the Thespian Society, which I was, and if you wanted, you can make a play, and then you would submit it, and then there would be like a play kind of like battle at the end of our banquets. So you would all like perform 4 different plays and then and then everyone would vote to see what they liked more. So I actually never submitted it, but this was my idea. It was supposed to be based in early 1900s of this young girl who was born in Ireland, and then her father had to go work in this made-up town in Chicago that I made up, Illinois, right outside Chicago. And basically it's her trying to navigate who she is and what she wants in life, because on one hand she has her grandmother who is her best friend, and she is a jazz singer from Ireland, and she wants to follow in those footsteps. But on the other hand, she has her father who is a detective and doesn't want to let him down of not following his footsteps. And the mother unfortunately dies in the book at childbirth, but basically that's what the book is about. It's about from how she was young and then when she goes to America, and then her college years and going into the police academy, things like that. And
Are you Irish?
I am 50%
Okay,
Irish.
so that's where the Irish character
Yes.
comes from. Who's from Illinois?
No one.
So why'd you pick that location?
So my grandfather went into the
Papa
Navy.
Smurf?
Yes.
Okay.
Papa Smurf was in the Navy, and I believe the Navy boot camp is in Illinois, and he would always tell me how much he actually loved it. And so I was like, I want to pick a city, and I feel like a lot of books always pick New York or LA or things like that, and I don't see a lot of books about Chicago now, but I don't know much about
The
Chicago.
only time you hear about Chicago is with Al Capone in books, honestly. Which is nothing wrong with being gangster.
No.
I like being gangster. So, okay.
But yes, that's
Okay.
so I made
And
up
that just came out like a month ago.
Yes.
And this one is also on Amazon
Yes.
for like $25.
Yes, so the hardcover, which is that one, that's $25. I also have it in an ebook, which will be going to like your Kindle or whatever, which is $7.
Okay. Now, do you do audio?
No, I don't. I get nervous speaking.
Okay.
So
I just say, because people say, I would love to do audio. Because like a lot of people will listen to your book like a podcast.
Right.
That would be an
Yes.
extra angle for a sale, because people don't want to read. I don't want to read. I hate reading. Only time I read is on an Xbox. If I'm playing Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed, I read a mission.
Yeah.
So to put my glasses on. Other than that, audio. I would do. I don't know how much that costs for audio,
I'm
but
actually
people.
not sure.
Yeah, people would possibly do that as well, just because
Right.
it's just a quick listen
Mhm.
instead of they can listen to most of your book while
Right.
driving into work or something. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
But the only thing with that is it is based in the early 1900s, so there is like that different dialect in the 1900s versus now, and then you have like the Irish characters, and then you have people who are from Illinois and different things.
So you're worried about the accent.
So I'm worried about the accents. I'm worried about how necessarily the follow through with it of
Yeah.
how it would sound and how it would match the book.
But you could definitely do that with Yourself My Soul.
I could.
Yeah.
Yes, I
would.
could. do
I would. Just something to think about.
Yes.
Cause you know what I'm saying. Just something to think about, because I would love to do that. Honestly, because people always say I have like a distinctive type of voice, and I would make a good talk over for foreign films.
Oh, okay.
That's what they say I should, but I'm like, I'd love to do that. I just read a piece of paper and I get paid.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But okay, well this is cool, man. So this one took you, like you said, what, 5 years to make?
So that one, yeah, it took about 4 years. It was I was originally gonna make it into a musical, that I was going to say.
Yeah, that's hence all the notes, the musical notes?
Yes.
See?
So she, yes, she,
I got you.
if you read it and you go through, you'll see different music and how it affects her so much, because that's how I see like a music is just like and jazz, specifically French jazz, is like my go-to for anything. If I'm nervous, French jazz. If I have to focus, French jazz.
French jazz?
Yes.
What's the difference between that jazz and like jazz from New Orleans?
Great question. I don't know because I've never been to New Orleans.
You heard New Orleans jazz though, haven't you? Like in Princess and the Frog? Isn't that jazz?
Okay, yes. Yes.
I'm just asking, I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good for you. That's different. That's unique. That's cool stuff. Okay. So now we pretty much covered your books.
Yes.
Okay. Now are you ready for the Santos signature questions?
Okay, sure.
Okay. All right. Do you think you've ever witnessed paranormal activity? You think you've ever seen a ghost?
Yes.
Tell us the story.
So this is slightly weird. It wasn't a human ghost.
That's
when
fine.
I was younger, I used to feel and see passed over animals.
Wow. Okay.
And one specific story that stays with me forever is my dog, Ollie. She was an old German Shepherd, and it was I want to say it was about 5 when she died. And before my parents even told me she passed away, I saw her face on top of the mantle at like 3 in the morning.
What?
And it was like her comforting me, and then later that morning is when they told us that she had passed away, and I had already knew that.
Wow, I never heard that about. I have heard people seen pets, but not like a close relation of a ghost pet. Wow. So that was your was it your German Shepherd?
It was my mom's and my dad's, and we had just moved from North Carolina to Virginia, so we were staying at my grandparents' house at the time. And yeah, she passed away. She was like I believe 14.
Which dog? What was her name? Ollie?
Ollie, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, funny enough, they think she was Donner's mother.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's crazy, because I like Donner was my boy.
Yes.
I like Donner too. Wow, so, okay. That's a cool story.
Yes, that's just one of the many.
Okay, now, we got the other question.
Okay.
Do you think you've ever seen a UFO or alien?
Alien? No. UFO? I believe UFOs are seen in the Midwest, like landlocked states.
Illinois?
Yeah. But I'm talking about like Nevada or something, like just like deserts.
Really?
Just that's what
Okay.
when I think of like UFOs, or just anything involving that, I just think of like the desert or something. Or
Why? Because of Roswell and Area 51?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fine.
But
Everyone can have their beliefs, because technically right now no one knows that they even exist. So you can have whatever belief you want.
I believe that they do exist. I believe that people do know about it. They're trying to hide it from us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's a cool look. All right. Well, we're coming down to the end of the podcast, and I want you to once again tell everybody
Okay.
what this book is about.
Okay, so that book is in the title, Poetic Expressions and Personal Writings. So the first half of the book is just poems that I wrote that you can interpret for yourself. I do actually have a French poem in there that I translated myself into French. And the second part is...
This one's $13.50.
Yes.
On Amazon.
Yes. And the second part is definitely more deep. It's more about the things I've gone through, especially in my adulthood, that I think a lot of young students, especially young females, can relate to.
And this one?
That one is based in early 1900s throughout the middle of the 1920s during Prohibition. And basically it's about this young girl who was born in Ireland, and her best friend's with her grandma and her father, who's a very strict police officer, and he wants a better life for her, so he takes a job as a detective in a made-up place called Dunewood, Illinois.
And the name of the book again?
Case 1926, When I Lose My Love.
Okay. Now, thank you for being a guest on the podcast.
Thank you for having
And
me.
can you please sign both of these before you leave?
Yes, of
Sweet.
course.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And for everyone else, thank you for listening. Please follow me on all the platforms. I'm everywhere. So please follow me everywhere. And I'll talk to you guys next time.